it would appear I'm losing steam. Hey ink drinkers, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss what I got into for week 3 of Old School April. Fair warning, it wasn't much compared to past weeks, but that's okay. We've still got a little bit of time ahead of us for the month of April, and I will represent the record store rockers the best I can. We've got lots of movies that we'd like to watch, and we just didn't get around to it this past week. Everything in our life slowed down this week, but that's okay. We're gonna keep chugging along. While I did earn a lot less points this week, I did finish 2 books, so that's something to be excited about. The first book I finished was Altogether Dead by Charlaine Harris. This is book 7 in the Sookie Stackhouse series, and I think it's my favorite so far. I really enjoyed this one. I was a little bit nervous going in because it just felt so different than the True Blood and the Sookie Stackhouse type things that I've grown accustomed to or that I knew since forever. And so I was just a little bit nervous. There's a character in here that is sort of a main character, kind of a love interest of Sookie, and so it was a little bit of a struggle for me. This character I don't believe was in the show, so that was something that was kind of throwing me off as well. But once I got to a certain point in this book, it ramped up and I just had to know what was going to happen. And it was exciting and mysterious and thrilling, and I really enjoyed it. So I definitely want to dive into book 8 as soon as possible. I'll probably do that once April is over. Zombiethon is coming up, which is something that I really love doing, but I don't know how many zombie books I will be reading. Maybe one, maybe none. I'll be more focused on movies and fun snacks and drinks and activity type things for that month. But I do want to read some more Sookie Stackhouse. I've only got 2 books left in the series on my shelf, and I need to hunt down the rest. I think there are 13 books in the series. I could be wrong, but I have 9, so we've got to find a few. The other book that I finished is Coffin Dodger by Damian Casey, and this was a very nostalgic and slashery, fun, good old time. It definitely gives a nod to horror movies and the actors that play the different characters in these horror movies, the final girls and things like that. So it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of humor in it. It was an edge of your seat read. You just didn't know what was going to happen next. It was kind of weird. It was off the beaten path a little bit in the best of ways. So if you have not read anything by Damian Casey, I highly recommend that. Or if you want to choose your own adventure, I read one of those books at the beginning of the month, and I talked about that, I think, in my first update. So I will link my updates below. You can check out what I've been getting into. I am currently reading 3 books. One is a read aloud with my kids. For whatever reason, we've been having trouble getting to this read aloud. I think it's more, we're just prioritizing their school. We homeschool and we're wrapping up the school year. I mean, we've got the rest of April, all of May, and a little bit of June to finish up. And so the end is in sight. I've got 2 kids that are graduating this year, and so that's taking priority. So we've really been kind of slow with the read aloud, but we are enjoying it. And I can read about a chapter at a time before my voice wants to give out. So we shall see if we finish that by the end of the month. I really hope we do. I will try to make that more of a priority this week, and we'll see what happens. But that is Creep Over the House Next Door by PJ Knight. This was one of the books that Elizabeth Sagewood gifted our family, and we've really been enjoying this series. It's a lot of fun. The other book that I am currently reading is Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay. I am doing a reading vlog about that, so I'm not going to say much about that one because you can check out the reading vlog to see my thoughts. And I also just started for evening reading because it's hard to read a physical book in bed when I'm laying down. I'd just rather, shut the lights off and read my Kindle. So I've got 5 Suns Over Somerset by Robert Weaver. You cannot go wrong with Robert Weaver. He's an excellent author. I love his writing style. I love the intrigue in his books, the character development, all sorts of, like, everything is just perfect in my mind with Robert Weaver books. As far as movies go, this is where I fell flat this week. I only finished one movie. I watched The Ninth Gate, which was Elizabeth Sagewood's recommendation, and really enjoyed it. I had seen it a long time ago, but I think I was super distracted when I watched it because there were just a couple scenes I remembered. This seems to be happening to me a lot lately. I don't know if it's just the stage of life I'm in, or if it's the fact that when I watched movies back in the day, my ADHD brain just didn't focus like it can now. I don't know. My memory is not what it used to be, so I blame it mostly on that. But it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. It was a mysterious movie, kind of light on the horror, but it was very interesting. So if you haven't watched that movie, highly recommend checking it out. It is on Tubi. You know I'm a big fan of Tubi. Gotta love the free streaming services, and Tubi's got so many great old school movies, so definitely check it out if you haven't yet. The ads can be kind of annoying, but I mean, it's kind of old school as well, you know? You're watching commercials. As far as the shows go, we did not watch any cartoons this week. We didn't join any watch parties, but we did finish Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair. That's the reboot of the old school Malcolm in the Middle. We watched that last episode this week, and I had so much fun with it. Hal is still a favorite. Hal is just, he cracks me up. Because we finished that off, the family was not ready to let go. So we restarted Malcolm in the Middle, the original, and we watched, well, I watched a couple episodes, 2 episodes of that. I know the family continues without me sometimes when I'm off doing my own thing or reading or, you know, falling asleep on the couch, whatever's going on, cooking dinner. I don't need to watch every single episode because I've seen it so many times, but I watch when I can. And my daughter and I also watched an episode of Gilmore Girls. I feel like we've really fallen by the wayside with the watches, but also there's a lot of sports things going on, and my husband and one of my daughters and another son are like into the sports, and so... Okay, let's dive into the activities. I attended one sprint, the pajama party. I didn't stay a really long time. I stayed... for the first chatty bit, through the first sprint, and well into the second chatty bit, and then I just had to scoot. There was so much going on around me that it was hard to really be kind of into it with my whole heart, and I like to be into it with my whole heart when I watch these sprints. Kelsey's amazing. All of our co-hosts are amazing, and so when I give them my attention, I want to give them my full attention, and I just felt like I was in and out too much, and I couldn't participate in the conversation as much as I wanted to, but I was there for a good chunk of time, and it was a lot of fun. I posted 2 Sick Sad April posts, and off the top of my head, I cannot remember what they were, but I will put those pictures up on the screen so you can see what I posted, and I will be sure to also include the prompts that went with those posts. I uploaded 1 OSA update. I will probably have 2 this coming week because I am working on my reading vlog that has to do with OSA, as well as the update that I am doing right now. Those will go on next week's, so I'll be getting 2 points for that. I played 1 nostalgic board game with my youngest daughter. We played Othello, and we played a couple rounds of that, so that lasted a good half hour, 40 minutes, and we had a lot of fun. I believe I beat her in the first round and she beat me in the second round, or vice versa. So we need a tiebreaker. We're probably gonna have to dive back into that and see who the reigning queen is. I didn't eat any nostalgic snacks. I mean, I've been sipping on some Diet Coke all month, but I only wanted to count that once because, like, it's the same thing over and over again. But I did make lemon bars, which is a very nostalgic treat for me. My mom used to make those. I feel like she always made them around Easter time. I planned on making them at Easter, and we just didn't get around to it. There were too many chocolates and jelly beans and things going on, and it just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed till I finally made them. And I'm glad I did. And finally, I watched 10 Old School April related videos, commented on them, liked them, subscribed to some new channels. So I'm really excited to connect with some more bookish and nostalgic people here on YouTube. And I had a lot of fun with that. There's some amazing channels out here, amazing videos. Be sure to check out the OSA playlist that Kelsey put together. She adds to it all the time. There were quite a few that I had missed. I don't know how I missed them. I don't know if it's kind of popping up in a random order and that's how I missed them, or if it's coming up in order and somehow I just skipped over some. But there are a few I want to get to and a few that I kind of watched a little bit late in the game, but I am enjoying them and I'm trying to be as supportive as I can, not just for the points, but because I like to support other booktubers and YouTubers and just kind of see what everybody's up to, what they're reading and enjoying and watching and all that great stuff. So it was a lot of fun watching those videos. I typically watch them when I'm cooking or doing dishes so that I can kind of do double duty and actually get quite a few videos in and enjoy that without taking time away from the things I need to get done. So that's the beauty of YouTube. So that's all I got into this week. Hopefully we will have more movies lined up for next week. Really rake in some of those points for my team. And we'll see what's going on. I've got like 3 movies going right now. We started watching Steel Magnolias last night. My youngest daughter's name is Shelby, so she really wanted to watch that because she's never seen it, and she's 8 years old. And it's fun to find someone that has the same name as you. And then we're also watching The Mighty Ducks, which we started yesterday. And I started The Crush. So we'll see if I finish those by the end of next week. We need to make sure to have a day where we sit down and watch some movies. That's our priority that day. So maybe this coming weekend we can make a whole movie day out of it. I don't know. We'll see. We like to do that for Old School April, and we haven't done that this year. We haven't done the blanket fort. I mean, we've just kind of been slacking in certain ways. But such is life. We've been enjoying Old School April. We're going to continue enjoying it, and we'll see what we get into this coming week. But I hope you guys are having a lot of fun this month. If you're not participating in Old School April, it's not too late. You can start doing some nostalgic things and just enjoy it. Don't compete, just do. And join next year for sure. It's a lot of fun. The winning team gets to help vote on the upcoming theme for Old School April, which is a great incentive, but it's just a lot of fun. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have an amazing day or night. Keep reading fun stuff, keep watching some fantastic movies, make some pretty crafts, and enjoy life as much as you can. Until next time, cheers.